What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Revival. My name is JJ, and it's time for some more pickups. Okay, so this is built up over the last several months. We're talking, well, you'll see some of these games I got when they came out, and you can tell by when they came out, like just how far this list goes back. So this is like built up over the course of a while. First off, for those of you new here, people who have watched me before know this already, but I have been, since I completed my Nintendo Power Collection, I kind of wanted to try and complete something else. So I'm currently working on a full run of the North American releases of Wii U games, trying to get a complete set of that, because it's attainable for me. There's just not that many games. There's like 167, 168, something like that. So I am about 2/3 of the way there, and this helped a lot. I got a whole big chunk of them. I just found a bunch of cheap ones at conventions I went to, and I got a eBay gift card for Christmas, and so I've kind of just, like I said in the past, these aren't like, I'm not the biggest like Wii U fan. I'm not a crazy Wii U fanboy or anything like that. I just, because it is attainable and I had fun with the system, I just think it'd be cool to have a complete set of games on there. So yeah, I'm just gonna kind of go down the list, and the other games that I have that are not Wii U, I will talk a little bit more about for the most part. But as far as the Wii U ones, I'm pretty much just gonna go down the list and show you the new ones that I got. So. First up, Assassin's Creed 4, Black Flag. I already had 3, so I got both of those on there. Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. Batman Arkham City Armored Edition. That was, if I'm not mistaken, one of the launch titles that came out. They were making a pretty big deal about that when that came out. The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Call of Duty Black Ops 2. 007 Legends. Brunswick Pearl Bowling. Barbie Dreamhouse Party, which, of course I'll play that one, sure. Call of Duty Ghosts. Minecraft Wii U Edition. Rayman Legends. ESPN Sports Connection. And Ben 10 Omniverse. Yeah, I'm like getting really close to where I've got the cheap ones out of the way. They're starting to get a little more pricey. Very rare that I see any that are less than $20 these days for the ones that I still need. So it's going to be slower going as I move towards the completing the collection. But I hope to eventually get there at some point. So we'll see how it goes. These aren't like, I don't care about like pristine condition or I mean, if I can get a good one in good condition, sure, great. But the point is just having the game, having the complete collection, and I still have my Wii U set up and connected and stuff like that, because I every so often I'll go and I'll play something. I think last year I played Twilight Princess on it, and I used that console for that game, so that was a lot of fun. So yeah, every now and then I hop on it still and stuff, so I'm just really excited to get more of these games and hopefully get that thing completed in the next couple of years, so we'll see. The rest of these, so the first one up, I saw this, I think somebody posted on it in like a Facebook group that I'm in or something like that, and I was just like, I know I've seen that cover art before, but I never looked at the game, and it looked like some kind of an RPG, so I was like, yeah, I think I might check this out. And that is Time Stalkers on the Dreamcast. I typically like, because I'll see a lot of games that in those groups and stuff that people are like, anybody play this and stuff, and most of the time I either A, have it already, or B, when I go look it up, it's stupid expensive, and I'm like, nope, and I won't be playing anything soon either. But this was very reasonably priced. It was super cheap. I was like, yeah, sure, I would love to have another Dreamcast game, because I hardly have any, so I'm looking forward to trying that out at some point. So these will tell you what's coming up. It will tell you like how far back this goes. But a couple of Switch games. One, Super Mario Bros. Wonder. wonderful game. I really, really enjoyed the hell out of it. I recommend this to anybody who likes that old 2D Mario style gameplay. I played through it beginning to end in a few days. Really enjoyed it. I haven't had a chance to play it multiplayer because I don't really have anybody to play with at the moment. So, yeah, but I had a fun time playing it by myself. So I definitely recommend this to anybody. And I've heard the multiplayer is fun. So if you have people to play with, even better. And piggybacking off of that, Super Mario RPG, of course I was going to pick this up. I love this game so much, and I love what they did with this new remake. It is so good. I love the box art. I cannot say enough good things about this game. It is wonderful. I highly recommend it, especially if you've never played it on Super Nintendo, because this game is just... It's exactly what I wanted more of instead of Paper Mario. Not that Paper Mario is bad or anything like that. I kind of wish this would have also continued rather than, Nintendo going to do their own thing and then going that way. Because the Paper Mario games are like hit or miss. And I'm not saying like if we had more of these, they wouldn't also be hit or miss. But this one and only one that we got was definitely a hit. And I would love to see more in this style, especially some of the characters coming back like Gino and Malo and stuff. So. Yeah, high recommendation on this to check out. It's a great game. Next, I got it at a convention, and that is a game on the NES. If you grew up with the NES, you know this was a classic. That is Double Dribble. I was able to find it complete in box. It must have survived a fire or something because the lid does have some burn marks on it. But other than that, it's like still in plastic and everything's in there. So it's like. It's like 90% good condition. So I was like, yeah, that's more than good for me, because I want to say they charged me like $10-15, if that, for it. It was more than fair for what I wanted to pay for it. So happy to have another complete box game on the NES. Okay, the next few games are PS5 games that I got for, like I said, Christmas, and just picked up prior and saw cheap, that kind of stuff. So one is a game I want to get into. I've heard mixed reviews. People either love it or they are just like, it's okay. But either way, I really like the Lord of the Rings, and my computer can't handle the PC version, so I got it on PS5, and that is Lord of the Rings Return to Moria. It's basically Minecraft with Lord of the Rings skin, where you are playing like dwarves in Moria, restoring it. And I think that's just such a cool concept. So I really want to try this out. Unfortunately, the console version only plays with up to 4 people, and the PC version can play with up to 8. There's no crossplay as far as I'm aware. I don't have anybody to play with anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But I still am excited to try this out, especially considering how much I like the Dragon Quest Builder games. So I definitely am looking forward to trying that at some point. Same with this next game, Spider-Man 2. I just finished Miles Morales within the last few months and enjoyed the hell out of it. I haven't had a chance to try this out yet, but it is definitely screaming at me to check it out, because these games are just so well done. And I've seen this on a few people's Game of the Year list, so I am definitely looking forward to hopping into this at some point as well. Another one is Trails into Reverie, another Trails game, which I am slowly working my way through. I believe Trails into Azure is the one that I'm playing this year. I might be wrong on that. I know I'm playing a Trails game on my list of 20 games for the year that I'm beating. But I saw this really cheap and I was like, I'm going to snag it. Because a lot of these sometimes will go up in price depending on how many they made. I don't know that this one will. I just have always it's that fear of missing out. I don't want to pay astronomical prices later, and I typically don't. So if I don't snag it early, I will probably not get it ever if it's too expensive for me. So I've become a lot more frugal in that regard. But I am looking forward to giving that a shot when I get to it eventually. Another game that I saw super cheap, that is the Anno 1800. I don't know, I love Civilization games and stuff, and that's kind of what this looked like to me. I don't know much about it, other than it was like, I think it was on an Amazon sale for like less than $10, and I just was like, sure, why not? Because I don't have a ton of PS5 games, but it looked kind of neat, and looking at the screenshots, it looks a lot like Civ. So if you've played this, let me know if it's any good, because I'm curious about it, and yeah, I will definitely check that out at some point. Especially on console, I'm wondering how that's going to play on there, because typically those games I play on PC, where it's easier with the mouse and keyboard. So I don't know, we'll see. Next, if you saw my last video with my friend Matt, I've already shown this, but Star Ocean: The Second Story R. Go check out that video if you want to hear more of my thoughts on this. Fantastic remake of an already fantastic game. Highly recommend it. And finally, because I've slowly been working my way through the Resident Evil series, I realized I didn't have this one, and I picked up Resident Evil Village. Funny enough, I did recently finish Resident Evil 6, and if you're in Discord, you've heard my thoughts on it. I was terrified to play this game because everybody told me how bad it was. And after playing 5 and how unplayable that game was, I was just like, I'm not looking forward to this, but I know if I don't and I skip it, I'm gonna regret it. So I played it, and I got through it in like 3-4 days. I didn't think it was anywhere near as bad as people said. I think the story's goofy as hell, nonsensical, and dumb. But the big thing is, it was playable. 5 was not, I mean, it was playable, but it was barely playable. Controls were stiff, they were just awkward, the aiming was weird, I hated 5 so much, and it was just such a bad experience that I was so scared to move on with the series because of that. And adding in the fact that everybody told me how bad 6 was, I was like, I'm just gonna rip the Band-Aid off, get it over with, and knock it out as my second game that I finished throughout the year. Which the first one was Final Fantasy Tactics A2. Great game. But I played RE6, and I did not think it was anywhere near as bad as people said. So, not a great game, and I would not recommend it to anybody. I wholeheartedly understand if you are a massive Resident Evil fan of like when the series first started and how the horror elements and the puzzling and all that stuff. This game basically just tosses that out of the window and just babies you every step of the way. It's super easy, but I could control it. That was the main thing. Anyway, I'll talk about more about that towards the end of the year when I do my rapid fire reviews on it and stuff. But yeah, happy to have the next one in the series, and looking forward to getting to that as well. Guys, I got some new ideas in the works, so get ready for some videos coming. I couldn't do a top 5 of 2023, so I'm doing a top 10 because there were just so many games that came out. So look for that in the coming weeks. But yeah, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Let me know about any of these games, if there's any of them I should get to right away. Other than the ones I already know, I know I should get to Spider-Man right away. But thank you again for watching, and as always, keep on gaming.